Dr.Aseem Chauhan, the Chancellor Amity University. As you've heard it also, RICS has been playing a very important role towards capacity building, having the right kind of people, extending their skills, making them professionals, helping them take more informed decisions in their work. And towards that, we already have the RICS School of Built Environment in Noida. As you heard, it was established some 3 years back. And now we have another milestone which we are going to be covering. This is a partnership which is with Amity University, wherein we look into more of the industry and the academia partnership to address these challenges. So we're really glad that we have Dr. Aseem Chauhan present with us, the Chancellor of Amity University present with us. And I would like to now request him to talk more about this industry-academia partnership and as we take it further forward.
President of RICS, Ms. Amanda Clack, Dr. Sean Tompkins, who mentioned that he had been at the Amity convocation a few days ago, but he failed to mention that we were so pleased during that convocation to confer upon him an honorary doctorate, making him thereby officially a member of the Amity family. Mr. Mark Powell, dynamic leader Sachin Sandhir, Ms. Anjuman Magazine, one of the tallest thought leaders of the real estate industry in India, distinguished leaders of the real estate and urban infrastructure industry in India in the audience, Dr. Kole and the team of Amity University here in Mumbai, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, let me express how proud we are at Amity to be partnering with RICS, the most prestigious professional body in the world looking at the real estate industry, on creating a new paradigm on education, on competency development, and skill development. In my belief, it is a truly pioneering exercise, not only in the Indian context, but maybe in the whole world, to have a professional body and a university come together and take such a broad view on what we can together do in close collaboration to create a new generation of leaders for a particular sector. Let me assure you, Ms. Amanda Clack and Dr. Sean Tompkins, that we at Amity are fully committed to this partnership, and we're excited about the prospects that lie ahead of us where we are today. Today we are launching, as has been mentioned, the RICS School of Built Environment here in Mumbai after 3 years of successful implementation at our Amity University in Noida. In any partnership, when you have taken the first step together, and then you decide that we must expand our partnership and add locations, it means that there has been great success. And I'm sure that at the Amity University in Mumbai also, that this pioneering initiative will find the same success, if not more success, than what we have already seen at the Amity University in Noida. In fact, if I may say, pioneering initiatives here at this university in Mumbai is part of its DNA. A few years ago, Amity University here became the first private university of Maharashtra, which means that for the first time in its history, the State Assembly of Maharashtra passed a legislation, thereby enacting the university. And tomorrow, I can envision that there will be dozens of private universities, but the first step was taken by Amity University. And I think today's step of launching the School of Built Environment of RICS as part of this university is another step in the direction of creating new models of how education can be done. And we are so proud of this announcement here today. Ladies and gentlemen, as has been mentioned by my colleagues on the dais, we stand today at a very exciting juncture in India. By any measure and by any prediction, we can expect great economic development in the years to come. This is driven by a visionary and firm leadership that has shown commitment to expanding the infrastructure of the country, may it be highways or bridges or airports or ports or smart cities. At the same time, we have a vast young population, maybe the youngest in the world. And this young population has great aspirations to create a better future for themselves and for their families. This is, as has been mentioned, also been termed as the demographic dividend for a number of years now. But we also have to realize that unless we can provide the right skills, training, and education, the right skills and competencies to this youth of our nation, which is our greatest asset, then not only may some of these dreams that they have remain unfulfilled, but we may be facing a national crisis. We at Amity have endeavored to not be part of the problem, but part of the solution, and we have been active in a national dialogue to brainstorm what can be done to avert this national crisis. Experts say what is required is more interaction between industry and academia, more global expertise coming into India from different shores, a focus on skills and competencies driven by the demand from industry players like all of you, and fourthly, the utilization of technology to provide access to a much broader of students than what is available only through bricks and mortar that we have available in India today. And I'm so happy to note that the partnership that we have between RICS and Amity University touches upon each one of these points, where experts like yourselves from industry are helping in curriculum development, in the actual teaching of the programs, and also in writing case studies to improve the teaching pedagogy of the programs that we have. Mr. Anshuman Magazine himself has been to the Amity University a number of times to inspire the students and to talk to them about how to become better professionals in the framework that is set by RICS. My friend Samir Nair has also just walked in, who has also been to Amity University a number of times as part of this initiative. If I may say that with RICS as a successful model, at Amity we have also launched a number of other initiatives that are in partnership with industry. Today, there might be members of Tata Housing who are present here today. With one of your sister companies, Tata Technologies, we have created a joint venture institution, some say maybe for the first time in the history of the Tata Group, in which experts from the Tata Group, Tata Technologies, have come and built labs at Amity University, both in Noida and in Mumbai, and come and teach part of the programs. Here we are envisioning creating manpower for industrial engineering, for aerospace engineering, and automotive engineering at the highest level of engineering and design. Similarly, we have partnered with CII to create the CII School of Logistics at Amity University, addressing the manpower need in the very important areas of supply chain management and logistics. These are examples that have now come up after the very successful launch of RICS at Amity University, and we'll keep endeavoring to keep expanding our partnership with industry and taking forward the dialogue that can happen between institutions and experts like yourself who are committed to contributing towards creating manpower that can be utilized from day one in the companies and in policy making. As has been mentioned, the School of Built Environment in Noida has seen great success. In the first years itself, 100% placement at very competitive salaries, and almost a third of the students being called for job assignments outside of India. This is both a testament of the quality of manpower that we have in India. I always say that our Indian youth is second to none in terms of talent anywhere in the world, and also the standards that have been imbibed in them by RICS, making them so attractive to companies all over the world. And I'm sure that many of these students who have gone abroad after learning best practices from all over the world may come back to India at some point to become leaders in their own right in this sector. At the end of the day, it is people who create and drive an initiative. And I must here take a moment to thank our partners at RICS who have shown great vision and determination to work closely with the Amity University to make this a great success. We have Sachin Sandhir here, who has spent countless hours at the university to hammer out the details of how this would work. And then from the RICS India team, if I can mention a few names, Professor K.T. Ravindran, Professor Anil Soni, Professor Sunil Agarwal, Dr. DTV Raghu, Ashwin Avasthi are all here who have been very active in the Noida initiative, and now we have Dr. Jagdish Mutt and Amol Shimpi who are part of the Mumbai initiative. This is a truly wonderful team, and I applaud your dedication, your integrity, and your hard work from the RICS side to make this a reality. I must also address the Amity team because they have been equal partners in taking this forward. And Dr. A.K. Srivastava, if I can request you to stand up for a moment. If you can give a hand to Dr. A.K. Srivastava. He has competency-based education in his blood, and he has been driving this initiative from our side, guided at Amity by Dr. Atul Chauhan in Noida and Ashish Bindra, our CFO, who have been working very hard to make this a reality. And in Mumbai, this would not be possible without the dedication of our team here. Dr. V.V. Kole is here. He was formerly the Vice Chancellor of the University of Mumbai and one of the most distinguished and recognized academicians in the state. When our university came up, he left that position where he had hundreds of thousands of students under him to come to a university which had 0 students. And when I first had the discussion with him, I was nervous. I said, why would you leave such a big empire and come and join a university which is just starting? And he said, Dr. Chauhan, don't worry. Amity University will create a flag in Maharashtra which will be recognized as one of the best universities, not only in the state or in the country, but anywhere in the world. Dr. Kole, we are so proud to have you at the helm of affairs at this university. And I know your commitment towards the School of Built Environment of RICS at your university. With Dr. Kole, many of the HOIs are here. If I can just ask you to stand up and be recognized as the leaders of this university, Professor Shirodkar and the rest of the HOIs, Dr. Srivastava, can you please stand up for a moment? I want everyone to see the leaders of this university here in Mumbai. The Amity University in Mumbai is, of course, part of the larger Amity Education Group with 150,000 students across 30 campuses in India and 12 campuses in international markets, including London and Singapore, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, South Africa, Mauritius, Romania, China, and our recently acquired 170-acre campus in New York. I'm sure that the Amity University in Mumbai will also follow in the deep tradition of research and innovation of our other Amity universities all over the world, where more than 780 patents have been filed by our scientists and our faculty member, where more than 1,500 case studies have been written, where more than 10,000 research publications have been authored by our faculty and scientists, which are in Scopus indexed journals. And I'm sure that together with the experts from RICS, we can envision many more things that we can do together. Today we are launching competency-based degree programs, and I hear today that even as we launch today, already 200 students have come forward to be enrolled in this program in Mumbai itself. It is a mind-boggling level of interest before an institution is launched, and I think this is a sign of things to come in the future. But apart from these programs, I think there is much more that we can do in the future. Maybe joint research programs, maybe joint corporate training for the industry, and maybe incubation of ventures that will have an impact on this industry. And I may note here that Sachin mentioned the PropTech. On that panel, there is a company which is an investee company of ours. Gautam Tiwari, are you here from Smart Physics? This is a company that we had invested in, and I am happy that they are also represented in today's panel. In closing, I would like to thank Amanda Clack, Dr. Sean Tompkins, and the global leadership of RICS for having recognized the potential of India. The fact that the only institution that has been established anywhere in the world by RICS is this institution in India shows the commitment of RICS to the nation, to the youth of our country, and their belief in the future that India will have a very important role to play in the world in times to come. From our side, we again reaffirm our commitment to this partnership, and I look forward to walking this journey with you and to discover new paths of how to have an impact in the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. In fact, we appreciate this partnership with Amity University, bringing in skilled hands, working minds, ignited minds who are not only just ready to address the challenges of the profession, but also of India and of the planet as a whole.